Hey guys, how you doing? Rob Thomas Day Trader here. Amateur day trader. uh, Give me 1 second, guys. We'll get set up. Alright, how you guys doing? Welcome back. Rob Thomas, rookie day trader. um, Day 2 of my live day trading recordings. See what's going on in the market today. As you can see, yesterday, not the best day in the world, down $55.40. We're going to see if we can turn that around today. Let's look at what is our balance here. $445. So before we get started, let's come over here to our settings, set up our trade for the day. Now what I'm probably going to do today, try to catch up a little bit. I'm just going to do one trade, $440 trade. We're going to catch up today. We'll just leave at 20 and 30, that's fine. Don't get too concerned about that 20% stop. Well, of course today it is, because we're going to just do one trade, possibly. So the first thing you want to do is come up here. You can switch from day trading to pre-market. Right now we'll scan through the pre-market. That's what I like about Google. They have this nice little feature that the other platforms don't have. So let's click through and kind of see what's going on, guys. We'll bring this down. We're only going to have one trade today. We're not going to need a lot of room. Might possibly do 2 trades. We'll just see how it is. I switch it up. Now this one doesn't look bad. This is a nice move. Let's turn news back on. Nice move up. We have a high here. Now guys, this is, I'll show you here while we're looking up it super quick. This is what the main part of my strategy is. When it makes a high in the market, pulls back down and breaks it, that's where I like to enter. Now this one hasn't taken off. This is still pre-market. But if we were in the regular market, just to show you kind of what my basic strategy is, when I broke this pre-market high here, I would have entered on this candle here, and then my stop would have been, I usually go not the candle, one candle back, depending, unless it's a long candle, but that's where I would have entered next. So now this first high has been broken, got retested, but then broke. It's actually looking nice because now it's came down and retested it and bounced off of it. But what we're going to be looking for now on this trade would be a break of this new pre-market high when the market opens, if we were to trade this trade. But this trade looks good so far. And again, we're trading high momentum stocks. Like, look at this sucker. Whew. We're not going to trade this most likely because it looks like it's played out. But let's just see. If you would have woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, that's another thing nice about Webull compared to Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim you can only trade after 7 a.m. Webull you can trade 4 a.m. which is nice. Might be different depending on what region you're in, but this stock doesn't look bad. This things you're kind of looking for is price moving up, or I'm looking for pull back down, keep moves, some nice overflow. So we would be wanting to mark this pre-market high here. Currently that's the pre-market high. This one, this looks like something you should stay away from. Also, news is negative. This is Denny's. Didn't even know they had stock. See, we got 5 minutes till the market opens. Now this one looks very good. This one looks like it's got some great momentum. It's not super far away from the 21 EMA. But yesterday I traded pretty impulsively. Today, since I'm trying to catch up, I'm only going to take one trade. So I'm going to definitely follow my rule of waiting for it to break the high before we take any trades. Just out of curiosity, let's see how far away that is. 16%. This stock is kind of trading down a lot. Not super interesting. Same with this one, trending down. Sideways, no real moves here. No sideways. So I got a lot of sideways pre-market action. This one doesn't look bad, but it does kind of concern me, these tall wicks on these. But let's just mark it just to see. Let's see how this one plays out today. News, science agreement, somewhat positive seems like. I'm not an expert at all, guys. If you watched my first video, you know that I come back to trading after a couple years off. I'm not professional anyway, just amateur day trader. Wanting to make some videos showing the process of what I go through, what you could maybe expect as a new day trader. Starting out in the stock market if you want to day trade. And just use a $500 account. Yesterday we did lose 10% of that account. Because I way over traded for sure, guys. No doubt about it. But today, let's see if we can catch up on that some. Not a lot. One thing too to note when you're looking at this, you have the volume here. Like some of these are duds. You just gotta kind of be careful. It'll start moving when the market gets to open. This is November, so November is typically a slower month for day trading. Holidays are coming up. This one doesn't look bad, but we have a ways to go before it comes back up and breaks this high, but it is finding some support on the 21 EMA. The VWAP here. A little bit of volume. Why is this so far over? But it's starting to move. It's finding a little support off of this. Just out of curiosity, let's see how far. And you can take this. You can trade anywhere you want, guys. But a lot of people might consider taking this, trade this bullish candle as an upward move, but 7%. I like to wait till the market opens anyway, so that I can have my stop loss, take profits, already automatically on there. You trade in pre-market, you're just going to have a regular limit order. Which I'm on limit order here for some reason. Let me go back to my settings, go to trade, market order. Okay. How's this stretched out so far? That's crazy. Let's get rid of this, clean this up a little bit. Sorry guys, just trying to clean my chart up a little bit. I'm not sure how this got so big. Yes, I did. Well, for some reason. That says, hold on one second. Alright, we are at market open. Market just opened. A lot of stocks are starting to pop. Let's just come back up and run down. Down. Alright, that stock has a huge move. That's why it's at the top. And what I like to do, I like to just scroll through, guys. Now this one is that one I was looking at a minute ago. Pre-market, I think this one's going to pop past this very easily, but I'm going to wait and be patient for a minute. This one's only on the list because of this 4 a.m. move. Let's had some great news early this morning. This stock right here looks like it might be the one. Alright, sorry guys, I had to adjust my, with the screen recording software, just a free version, super cheap one, messes with my display scale, I believe is the problem. So, it's not going to be a quick move above it. We might have to wait a few minutes on that one. Just scroll through and see what we got, but it looks like this one is actually going to pop through this one as well. So let's see what the news are for these two. It says positive, but it's just kind of generic news on that one. This one is wire energy stocks moving higher today, Tuesday pre-market. Okay guys, let's see what's going on. Looks like, what is going on with my camera? Let me see, is this record? Okay. I was like, what's going on? Okay, here we go guys. Looks like we're about to break through. Let's kind of just get a little estimate of what our stop would be. 16. I like to map it out. Now, you know guys, I'm going to go ahead and take this trade insufficient. Okay, now we're in this trade guys, $400 position. A little aggressive. Normally I wait for it to close, but I have to go to work today, so I'm going to take this trade. See what happens, right? We're going to move our stop loss up. Now it did bounce off of that, so we'll see if I made another mistake. I think we're going to be fine on this one, guys. So, let's go to positions. And put my take profit target. Let's see, what are we looking at? 20%. Let's just see how it goes, guys. We'll let this trade play out. Now this trade is starting to move aggressively. I'm gonna move my target up. Not super high, but let's go to 40%. And then we'll just move our stop up aggressively with it. We're still in the first 5-minute candle. I did open this trade a little aggressively. I didn't wait for it to close, but sometimes you just get that feeling, guys, right? You just have to go for it. So let's just see how this trade plays out. Now that first 5-minute candle closed, it did close above it. So this is, if I would 100% be following my rules, this is where I would enter in. I'm looking for one close above the break and then one open. So what I mean by that is one green candle to close above it, and then as long as the second candle doesn't gap down real far, that's what I consider one close above, one open above. I did open this trade a little bit aggressively because, like I said, I have to go to work today, unfortunately. This is not my full-time job. I am an amateur day trader. So, we have to kind of get it done. I'm going to take 1 second, guys, grab a little bit of water. I'll be back in just a minute. I'll leave this playing live for you so you can see how it goes, but I'll be right back, guys. so still hasn't kicked off yet. There's normally a little bit of uncertainty, seems like, when the market first opens. I talked a little bit about it yesterday, but a lot of times it almost feels like sometimes it's better to wait till around 10 once the market cools down a little bit. But at this point in the trade, you just keep your stop loss and you take profits and just let it go. You don't have to sit here and watch it. Like if you did have to go to work, like I do, you could just leave it and come back later in the day and check on it. It's wanting to go up. Feels like this. The thing with when the market first opens, I've noticed a lot of stocks that do move up in the free market, people want to sell off. You know, you do have a lot of sellers that like to sell false breakouts or whatever they call it. But in general, you're pretty good. You have the 21 EMA is above the VWAP. You know, it's been steadily moving up pre-market. And you can tell this guy wants to go up. He really does. So if we can get back up here and flip this candle to green, we should be able to at least get up into this area. Let's just do, I moved my target up because it was looking fairly aggressive for a minute. So that's 40 there. Let's look at a 20%. We'll do 2. We'll do eyeball it. This is the waiting game, guys. Now, at this point, too, normally I would be looking around for other trades, but yesterday they got me into trouble, trading way too much. So, moving forward, I'm going to do one trade at a time. That way I can kind of gauge more like what's really going on in the market. If you have 5 open trades and the market is all going down and I lose 5 in a row, I mean, sometimes you can get 5 wins, but it's not worth the risk of losing 5 trades in a row. Well, there's really some indecision around here. There is a lot of little short candles here that kind of, sometimes there's a little bit of a red flag, but this consolidation for me sometimes makes me nervous, just because, I mean, I'm sure even if we got stopped out on this trade, for the overall day, I'm sure it would be up by 2 or 3 o'clock. But the 21 EMA held, so not horrible, right? If this holds, we're going to be in good shape and should be able to steadily climb up and get us some profit in. What I'm looking for is a nice good green candle here, or 2, and then I can start progressively moving my stop up. It's crazy how the market moves. Some days I come in, place a trade, I'll go grab a glass of water, I'll come back, it'll be up 60 points. Such a roller coaster with day trading. Kind of addicted now. Started out trading Forex 15 years ago. Didn't know what I was doing, but you could trade with $10 and leverage the whole thing. I would lose it all the time. I put $100 in, make $1,200 in one night. Come back next day, leverage that whole $1,200. Trying to make $3,000 to $4,000 and lose that. So I was in and out of the market all the time when I was younger. And then I started looking into trading stocks because it's a little more stable. And in general, the stock market's moving up over time, so I figured, hey, take a little bit of the guesswork out of there for you. But I didn't have patience when I first started day trading. because I didn't want to just have $1,000 in my account and just make $1 or $2 every day. I wanted to make $100. Now I'm getting a little bit older, needing to find something to do for my future. So, because I've been a server most of my career, I don't have a ton of money in savings, I don't have a lot of money to retire with, so I can't be a server forever. I'm already 50 years old, so 50 plus. It's time to try to find something I can do. Day trading is more popular now than it's ever been. More retail traders are trading. Hopefully this PDT rule will be coming down soon to $2,000. Alright, so this trade is just kind of dilly-dallying around. I think we're going to be okay on it, but it's just not moving super fast. So let's just, while we're kind of waiting on this, let's just kind of walk around and look and see. That trade still hasn't moved anywhere. This one came up and then closed. This is kind of doing the same thing as our open trade. This one's trying to make its way up. Nice bounce off the, see how it's holding pretty nicely here off the 20 on the MA. This one's probably going to pop off in a minute for sure. Ooh, this one popped off incredibly well. Golly, let's see what we have here. This is where you would have wanted to place your mark right here. What you broke, if you entered into this one, you could have been in this one for 4% stop. It's luck of the draw, guys. You picked the right one. And look, it's up 15% already. What is the news on this? That's news. That is a little bit different in the way that I trade as opposed to like Ross Cameron. He definitely only trades stocks that are with positive news, but I'm not an expert on that. I can barely tell when the news is positive, it's good. A lot of times it says negative, it still moves up super high. So I just try to work off of this pre-built list that's in Webull. Top gainers, you have top gainers and losers. And I just work my way through. I try to look for stocks that make a high in the pre-market that I can mark off and break above it. And then you have a good chance that it's going to continue up. Now the ones that I've had the best luck with before day trading are stocks that make a good if I catch a good pop right before the market opens, 1 or 2 candle pullback and then a nice green candle, then those usually shoot up really nice. These, let's see, this one is doing good though. What was the other stock I want when we were looking at this super high? I feel like we're good on this stock because it is kind of making an ascending wedge here. A little flag pattern kind of pulling in there. You can tell that it wants to take off. It's just not sure if it's supposed to. This is another one that could go, but kind of gives me concern when it hits it a few times. It starts getting these long wicks, but pretty sure this one's probably going to pop off too, guys. This one, I'm not sure. This one, huh? This one could turn on us any minute. So when I get these trades like this, let's see where we're at. Not sure what's going on with my Webull. I need to go to and readjust, and I don't know if it's just because I'm on this custom Webull screen. It like keeps wigging out on me, going to different things that I don't want it to. And this is definitely not my layout, but I don't want to mess with it too much. this stock, this might not work out for us. Might be another losing day. Let's see where we are. Might want to come back down and retest these levels. And I think it's going to, guys. I think I picked the wrong one again, and I'm about to get stopped out here. Maybe, maybe not, but that's why I'm a rookie, guys. Even though I jumped in early, I would have jumped in anyway because it did break above that level. So let's see. I really gotta get this Weevil desktop figured out a little better. I don't know why. There we go. Alright, this one is finally taken off. This is why normally I like to trade small, because I could lose one and I have more to trade the next trades. But you know, today I'm trying to be a little more aggressive because I do have to go to work, and I wanted to catch up some of that $50. This trade goes against me, we're going to be down $100 to 20% of my account 2 days. The way it goes, guys, the way it goes. See, this one is making these 3 wicks here. It doesn't close above that. It's probably not going anywhere. This one's going to edge this way up. Probably back up to here. It'd be a nice trade to get into if we had any cash left. And this one's topping off. I'm going to clear this. Getting in this trade anyway. But that was a good opportunity there. Everything else in the market is really choppy today. Ooh, this one sold off crazy. Now this one's moving. I didn't think that these kind of like this where it's all dotted up and it's spotty easy. Don't mess with these, but uh, 7% gain. See, these that are crazy, and these, it's just funny how they make you nervous, but look, it popped up like crazy. This one wound up coming back up. So this is the one that I was talking about, like a lot of traders would take that green candle pop off that. If you took that from there, you would have had 9% gain already on the day. Or if you went with the break of this, it's just starting out. Well, guys, this trade is going to go. See, that's what I say about the consolidation. It makes me a little nervous because eventually it's going to break out one way or the other. Most likely. Or just dilly-dally all day around. So that's something that concerns me that maybe I have to think about in my trading plan, my mental trading plan. I don't write my trading plans out. If you guys are watching this video, feel free to jump in and tell me what you think. I mean, this isn't a live thing, but if you watch this video finds you. I don't know if anybody would even find them. Who knows, guys? Might be just record this for myself, but it's all good. Pretty sure this one's just going to tap out because the sellers are just too strong on here for some reason. I don't know why. Neutral. The news isn't really that great. Let them get over this. Let's tighten in and see what happens. Okay, I really wasn't looking at this. There was already a huge pop this morning. So anybody that got in there, this is what I messed up on. I should have been looking at this. It already went up 113%. So everybody that got in this morning, anybody that got in this morning, probably after this pop here, that's when the news really came out. They made 100% of their return already. So they're all selling. That's things you gotta look at, guys. Things I didn't really look at. I was just looking at this. These things make a difference when you're analyzing your stocks. This one's still cranking on. Let's wonder if it can get past this. It probably will, because a little hesitation candle there, but there ain't much going on in the stock market today. This whole month is probably going to be a dud. This one was nice, that pop up. This right here is wacky whack, but you have a nice green candle here, a little pullback, a little hammer bar. This one's probably going to take off for the day. Alright, so what I'm probably going to have to do, guys, is go to work. So with this, we can probably, that's not going to happen, for sure. Ain't no way. So this could potentially pop. Whoa, let's see for a second. This was 10%, 20%. Alright, I'm going to leave that on there. I'm done with that. And we're going to see what happens. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to pause the video here for a few minutes. Well, it looks like it's trying to fight back. I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to stretch my legs for a second. For you guys, it'll be a nanosecond. I'll be back. For me, it could be a few minutes. But don't go anywhere, guys. Be right back. Alright, hi guys, how are we looking? So we're still kind of like meandering around. We're down 27. Still nothing happening on this. Alright, I'm going to go grab another cup of coffee. I'm going to go to my, I don't know if you hear that, train's going by. My apartment complex. Pretty cool. You see the train go by. Some people probably think it's annoying. I think it's cool. I'm going to go down to the front office and snag some coffee. They gave out free coffee, but I pay $1,800 a month for my apartment, so every once in a while I like to let them pay for my coffee. Alright, so I'm going to go check on that, guys. I'll come back. Stick around. You'll be watching this in the time, so it'll be just a sec for you. Let's see what happens. Oh, actually, look here. It's about to pop off. Alright, by the time I come back, I bet it's going to be up. Alright, let's see, guys. Be right. Alright, guys, I just got back and stopped out of this trade. So, another loss. Not a big surprise on that, huh? And then watch. This is what's frustrating about day trading. Right? You get stopped out, and 5 minutes later, it's going to be up here anyway. But can't cry about it. So that's not accurate. So now we're $124 down. Not looking good so far, guys, for this first $500. But we will press on tomorrow. So let's see, we're down 120, so what are we at, like 350 now? Let's see. Yeah, the 24% is not accurate. This is probably some of my trades from before on here. So we're down to 375. It is what it is, learning curve, right? You don't just jump in and start making tons of cash right away. You gotta figure out what works for you, what doesn't work for you. But before I dip out, look at this sucker watch, it's gonna be like, shoot. I'll come back, if I come back tomorrow and check on this, it'll probably be way up here. That's my luck though. Let's just kind of look through some of these other trades. PTEL is what we were in today. I was in. Unsuccessfully. See these 4 weeks, that's what makes me nervous about those. This one never did get up to there. This one stalled out right there, that indecision candle. You know, so if you take this trade, I'm just gonna go over this again. If you would have taken that break here, it's this. It makes me nervous sometimes, but if you would have taken that break there, you would have risked about 4% of your trade, your account. Probably way less than that if you wouldn't trade the whole thing. And then, let's say conservatively, if you walked away and came back, you're like, oh, right here, you could have got out 12%. That would have been a great day for us. But it didn't work out like that, right? So we'll just delete that because this one's taking off. Now see, this is where, look, 10:30, that's what the market's coming in, starting to rally. With this one, we would have taken this trade. This is actually nice, made a nice high. It did pull back close to that 20 when EMA. Broke right here. This did have like a 10% spike though. But you would have risked 12% on this trade. Right, and then you'd be up 14% already, and this is probably going to go 30%. So this is why it's good not to put all your money on one thing. That's why the PDT rule hopefully will go out the window, because if I had $2,000, I could have traded $2,000 on the first trade. I would have lost some, right? But then I could have did $1,500 on this trade and then right back up. You know, you don't want to do your whole $2,000. That trade tank. So I don't know if there was any other ones we were looking at. This one we just kind of showed, nothing after that. So that's it, guys, for today. Wow, this one looks good, huh? Look at that. So this one is more a better way to show you. Like a lot of these breakouts, the majority of them work. As you can see, let's just break this down, right? This was the high, it came down, bounced off of that 21 EMA, and this is one, remember what I said, a lot of people would have taken this trade here, this strong green candle. So let's see, let's look at this both ways. You could have risked 5% to have, to say where we're at, we decided to get it right now, 17%. Or we could have taken this break here, a little bit less risk, 7%, and then we'd be up 7 right now, possibly could even go higher. So what are the takeaways from today? You probably don't want to be trading all your account on one trade, right? But if I would have got into some of these, I would have been back up close. So for now, I think tomorrow I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to pick one trade. This trade will probably. The key takeaway that I'm going to take from today is I should have noticed this huge move where it went up 90, 100%. Anytime a stock moves that much, you're going to have resistance moving forward. Now stocks can go 500%, 1000%. Doesn't happen a ton, but happens every once in a while. But this huge move probably should have been a red flag, but it's fine, right? I'm not an expert, I'm a rookie. That's why I'm a rookie. So I'm not an expert, because hey, you gotta learn somehow. And like I said before in my other video, I prefer to trade live with a small amount of money than look, it's going to go back and retest these probably and then bounce. This would be an opportunity probably for another trade like down here if you were wanting to trade this, but I don't really worry about it. I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to check this tomorrow and see if this comes down here and bounces off. Like, I don't have any regrets for my trades, but just to see. Maybe it'll come right there in this area, bounce off. But that's it for today, guys. I really appreciate you watching. I know this isn't a channel so far that's like teaching you how to day trade. This isn't really what this is about right now. This is more about if you want to kind of see what it's like for a real, actual amateur trader like yourself, if you're thinking about getting into day trading, what it could possibly be like for you. The truth, no fluff, no like only showing the best trades. This is everyday raw, showing the ups and downs. You know, for 2 days it's been down, but that's the way it is when you're trying to figure it out. And eventually I'll be in there doing more consistent, profitable trades. But for this month, the goal is to just stick with it. Right? I'm gonna try to put $500 a month at least into it anyway. So even if at the end of this month I'm down to $2, we'll put $500 in again next month, and we'll reassess how this month goes. Tomorrow I'm probably going to do the same thing I did today though, right? I'm going to take that 375 and see if I can find a good trade that moves up. See if I catch one of those ones that go 10-20%. 10% would be 37 bucks. If I get 2 days like that, we'll be back in the game, guys. Or we'll be down further and we'll reassess. But if you find this video, guys, don't be too hard on me for being a rookie and not knowing what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out a way to be consistent with it. So if you want to join me on my journey and see how things go, subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting more videos. Once I get proficient with it, then I can post some videos of how I do my setups and things like that. I do recommend you guys though, do try Weeble if you haven't tried it yet. The interface is really nice compared to like Thinkorswim, which hasn't been updated in like 15 years, I don't know. This one's really nice, easy to use. I have to get some better recording software so it's not jumbling up with my my screen display settings. So I have to switch it every day, but I do recommend Weeble. I think it's very simple to trade. I'll be putting some links in my video if you want to just check it out. I'll put some links in the description. I believe Weeble gives like both of us 10 bucks. I think if you join through mine or something, I'm not sure. You might get a couple free stocks. I don't know what Weeble's doing at the current promotion. I will check that out though. And then I'm probably gonna put a link for my favorite day trading book. Which right now you guys probably don't have a lot of faith in that, but I'm not following the rules 100%, guys. I'm just trying to wing it a little bit and kind of take it as I go. Maybe I should sit down and write a trading plan. Let me know what you guys think about that. If you find this video, if you use a trading plan, if you found it helpful, it's a must. Trading checklist. What are your tips? Anybody have some thoughts on ways to help you be more proficient? That'd be great. But thanks for watching. If you have found this video, just subscribe to the channel, guys. Let's just have a little community here and get some new traders in here. We can talk, share some ideas. Some experienced traders jump in, join the channel, and we'll kind of see how it goes. Thanks again, guys. This is Rob Thomas, day trader. For right now, Rob Thomas, super amateur day trader. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I will be back tomorrow with another video. Win or lose, doesn't matter. We're gonna ride this out. Thanks, guys. See you in the next one.